Welcome to Inside Jokes, where every episode I talk to a comedian about the clips that they posted and how they came up with those jokes and decided to post that clip, as well as any advice they have for younger comedians. My comedian this week is Sam Pelletier. He has recently headlined Nick's Comedy Stop in historic Boston, and he had a lot of great insights that I think you'll be interested to hear. So here, watch a joke from Sam, and then listen to us talk about it. See you in a little bit.
I didn't know there was a name for this haircut. Guys, there's a name for this haircut, okay? This is called the historical racist. If you've ever seen a movie where any group of people start getting their rights, there's a guy in the background with this forehead. He is not fucking happy about it, my dude. You know it's risky territory because just saying the word racism with this haircut, they cut the mic out for a second, if you heard that. Like, they're like, alrighty, we see what's coming up. We're going to turn this off.
You first noticed that your haircut resembled the racists from the past.
Oh, geez. I mean, it was probably about a year and a half ago. As soon as I realized it, I immediately started telling the joke, because it was a good one, and we all want a look like joke and a look like joke that can be a little bit of a surprise rather than the intro. Hey guys, I know what I look like. Doo, doo, doo. So, I want to say a year and a half ago.
What changes do you remember making as you were figuring out this joke?
I mean, the first pop has stayed the same for a while. I've fiddled around with the tag because like you want to paint a picture, but you don't want to paint a picture that's too specific because then it conjures up like bad stuff that people don't like thinking about. So at first, I played around with the character being like literally the guy who's throwing rocks at Ruby Bridges or is like holding signs at a lunch counter, but that bums people out. So one of the tags I had was, and he's waving at the journalist, like, no, take my picture too. I want to be in the textbook. Everyone but Florida. And I thought that was cute and funny, but it it's also it's inherently a little political, so not every room needs that.
How did you decide that it was worth putting this clip online?
I mean, I the joke works, um, and it works consistently. So I just felt like, we all feel like we should be putting more clips online, right? And as luck would have it, there is like the biggest pop in the reel is not from any of the material. It's from the reaction to like a tiny bit of feedback on the mic and then going from there. So I like doing bits where it has the bit I want to do, but then it also has something spontaneous that happened in the room because then the myself and the audience can pretend like it's not crowd work, but I can pretend like it's spontaneous and fun and all that stuff.
What is some advice that you would give to new comics?
So specifically, since we're talking about content, um, and I'm a very small creator, like this video has not gone viral at all. I'm assuming it will after this airs. Um, if not, I'm gonna be disappointed. But so I don't know much about being a successful creator. What I can say is there's a debate between material in your clips and crowd work in your clips. And I would just say if you're young enough to be taking advice from unknown comedians, at least off the internet, focus on your material because the material gets you into bigger and better rooms. Even if your goal is content, it gets you into rooms with better lighting, rooms with louder audiences. And that advances you and it gets you into longer sets, which means there's more likelihood that something will come up in the room that you'll have to address. And crowd work can be something your brain kind of teaches itself over time just by being in, such varying situations. And also, again, if you're really young and you're at a book show and someone booked you on and you're trying to generate a crowd work clip, you probably won't be able to do it well enough so the booker doesn't know, and then they'll be mad. Like bookers don't appreciate if you're trying to generate TikTok stuff in real life on their show that they're paying you for. So don't do that. And then real quick, one other thing. My voice sounds okay.
Yeah.
So I've been using it's been the cause because I had to do my settings, but I'm using this thing as a microphone. Get a microphone that plugs into your iPhone because the iPhone has great video, but its sound is lacking if you're just recording with the iPhone's microphone. So get a separate microphone, and that will improve the audio quality of anything you record on stage.
If people want to find more of your stuff, where can they find your stuff online?
So, Instagram is Sam Does Comedy. My name, Sam Pelletier, Pelletier. You can search that in any platform, um, and that will direct you to my stuff. And YouTube is Sam Pelletier Comedy. TikTok is S Tier Comedy. Um, Mark Anthony Lewis gave me that one. S underscore tier underscore comedy is where you can find me on TikTok. And yeah, so I mainly do TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook is just my name. And there is a comedy page that I deeply hate myself for making, but it's just Sam Pelletier comedy. So those four platforms, the name search, and then Sam Does Comedy on Instagram and S Tier Comedy on TikTok.
Well, thank you so much, Sam. That was a lot of great advice and a lot of great insights. If you like this video, make sure that you hit that like button. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure you subscribe. And thank you for your time and attention.